Welcome back, everybody. It's time to go over endurance. I tried to get this out as fast as I could out of work, but here we go. Through Hiker, Life Giver, and Glowing Gut. I'm going to put these cards up here first because if you're a ghoul, or not a ghoul, the only difference is you don't use Glowing Gut. These two cards are a must. Like, these are absolutes. Like, these are the two things you want to have in PvP. This one, if you're a ghoul, 100% a must. I mean, that's guaranteed. So, if you're human, these two, no question at all. If you're a ghoul, all three of these. So you're going to need at least 7. However, I do recommend in endurance having 15. So whether you put 10 in your slot and 5 endurance on top of it for your legendary as such, 100% I would say do 15 because you're going to need every single slot. Endurance is one of the most important absolutes in PvP. And honestly, in PvE, you can make yourself damn near unkillable, to be honest. Like, only Infestation boss do me any real damage. Bigfoot can do a little bit of damage to me. But in general, you know, pretty much anything else don't do a lot of damage to me. Like, it does, but it's easy recoverable. Easy. Now, since those are done, let's go ahead and start with the actual cards. If you're out of PA, you should always be using this. Especially since your endurance is always going to be high. 1000%, this should always be in your build if you're out of PA. There's no reason not to use this card. Because that limb damage reduction also is stagger. It's also, of course, getting, you're going to get broken bones. So therefore, you get your headshot. You get somebody headshot you. You're going to get, demons, you're going to get a little woozy and all stuff. But it also does another thing. When you're staggered really hard and you got a limb broken or something like that, in PvP it could actually, you don't take more damage in general, but it's harder to recover. It's not that hard, but it is harder. Okay, so that there is a way to make yourself completely immune to that. Now staggered, technically you can't get completely immune. However, broken bones, you 100% can actually have like a 99.9% chance of not getting broken limbs. Like, it's not absolute, but it's really, really close. Like, it can happen, it's just rare. And usually it pertains to the other person doing a massive amount of damage. So, like, it can happen, but it's extremely rare. Alright, all night long, yeah, I guess, but there's more important cards personally to me. It works, yeah, it definitely works. So if you're taking a vodka, it can last longer, obviously, or Nickel Dark, or whiskey, or however you want to use it, whether you're going for strength, whether you're going for health, whether you're going for a mixture of strength and health. Yeah, because, Nickel Dark gives you 6 strength and 6 endurance, so you're getting like half the endurance of a vodka, or moonshine, cranberry moonshine, or mountain honey. So yeah, it does do about half the effect of that, because you gotta mix. You have to mix Cola Nut and Party Boy to get 6 strength and 6 endurance from Nickel Darks. But in all honesty, in this meta now, I think Vodka, Cranberry Moonshine, and Mountain Honey are way more important than Nickel Darks. They're a good secondary, but they're also an expensive one. Technically, it is more expensive to make because it takes colas. So I would not, unless you have a ton of colas, I wouldn't worry about working Nickel Darks. And I wouldn't stress this card very hard. Aqua Boy, I ain't gonna lie, this is a dead card. Human or it's just who cares? Who cares? Bloodsucker, PvE wise, I guess it could have some implications where it's nice, but other than that, there's no real need for this because you're gonna be eating food for buffs and you're gonna be drinking cola, so it's kind of redundant. Bullet Shield is only really useful in PvE. It doesn't really do anything for you in PvP. It really doesn't. It doesn't deflect anything back to your opponent. Now, I have had somebody tell me it can deflect damage where you don't receive it, but I have not tried and tested that out. So that's going to be a future thing. I can't 100% say that, obviously. So for now, I would say it's a dead card when it comes to PvP. This is actually a hilarious card. This is not necessarily a must by any means, but it is funny because if you're fighting people and they go down, you can eat them just for for giggles, or you can be at an event and eat people who are passive just for fun, because like it will kill them. Like even your own teammates, you could do this with. Like we do this, like me and my group, we do this all the time, troll each other. Like we literally do this all the time. So it's a fun card. Other than that, yeah, that's about it. It's fun. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Honestly, I use moral support, so I don't never really care about this because Psycho Buff reduces your ferals by, I think it's 30%. So this is not really that much of an important card. I mean, I pop Psycho Buff a lot. Like, I pop like, a lot. I have a lot of Psycho Buff, to be fair, too. So, like, yeah. Chem Fiend, I would not prioritize this. And here's the reason why. In PvP, you're going to have a lot of chems. That's a normal thing. So, like, you know, Barium Mentats last longer. They last like 10 minutes instead of 5 minutes. It's Psycho Buff lasts longer. But it's like, it's not that important because you can just pop another one. 5 minutes is a long time in a PvP fight. It's a very long time. So, extending that by 10 minutes, it's not really going to be that beneficial to you. It's just really not. And also, I mean, some may not agree with this, but I actually stay addicted to Mentats and Psycho Buff. The reason why is in the middle of a fight, if I see that little red pill pop up, I know it's time to redo it. So, like, if I'm in the middle of a fight and I'm addicted to Psycho Buff, and let's say I'm not addicted to Barium Mentats, which I'm usually just addicted to Psycho Buff, to be honest. And I see that little red pill pop up, well, now I know I have to take it again to get my damage buff at 25% and my endurance buff. So, like, I know that. So I don't have to guess. I don't have to look at my Pip Boy to see, oh, is it still going? I know immediately. But that's usually the only chem I'm ever addicted to, because I use Psycho Buff religiously for everything, PvE, PvP wise. Color Nut, if you're using Quantums, if you're using anything, oranges, whatever, this is a must. PvP, this is a freaking must when you're using colas. Like, there's no reason not to use this. Because just at a place fact, if you don't know this, Nuka-Cola Quantums give you 200 HP and 100 AP if you don't use this card. If you use this card to its full extent, which is 2-star, you get 600 HP and is it 300 or 400? I may be telling you a lie. Let's say, oh, I don't even have no. Either way, a massive amount of difference. Let's put it that way. I wanted to say 300 or 400, but let's just say 300. I'm pretty sure it is 300. Now, Ghoulish. If you're human, I'm gonna be honest with you, this is fucking stupid. Because I'll put it away. In PvP, this is completely useless. If you're running around with a lot of radiation as a PvP player, you're messing up. You can be one-tapped by anything. You can be one-tapped by aristocrats. They don't even have to shoot you. You shoot them and you die. So this card has no real place in it, to be honest, at all. These are actually better than people give it credit for. I use these massively in Auto-Axe. The reason why is I used to have a lot, actually I still do. I don't use it as much anymore. I just haven't got around to it, don't really care to. This card right here is actually super beneficial because it gives you 188 HP per tick of dog food. Dog food stacks like Quantums, so like you can literally pop 3, 4, 5 and they will count all the way through. So I mean, you know, you pop 5, that's, you know, you're looking around, you know, I don't know, 940-ish HP. That's a lot of HP. Like, that's a lot. And it stacks like Quams. Like, Quams go to 5. Obviously, Oranges go to 5. So, like, they can go up pretty high, and they can kind of help your Quantums heal. But as a ghoul, not super important, because the reason why is that as a ghoul, Quantums and Goo is actually stronger than Quantums, but Quantums is a good thing to have to make sure you're forcing your Goo back. So when you're taking damage, you pop Quantums once it hits health. Then once you see green, you go back down to Goo again, and you start healing again. So like if somebody shoots you and you're still green, just pop Goo. If you see health at any point and the green goes away, pop Quantums until you're back at Goo, and then you're back to Glow, and then start hitting Quantums. So just FYI. Hardy, it's a decent card. It doesn't really work. I mean, it does, but it doesn't really work that well against like people who use grenades. Like I have a grenade build I use against goobers. Because I prefer straight up PvP fights. Like, I mean, it can be a DOT, I don't care. It can be ROX, it can be, you know, Sheep Squatch, whatever. But if they want to use something scummy, I'm going to use something scummy on them too. Because I know it's pretty much a one-hit kill on pretty much anybody. Because I've gotten my fire grenades to like 1,500 something damage per tick. So as soon as I shoot that person, they're getting 1,500. Actually, they get 2, because if you shoot it, with the way my rifle's set up, you get two 1500s. So it does that tick, then tick again. So you just want 3k damage like that. Like, there is a way to kind of tank it, but most people can't tank this. Most people who don't know what they're doing can't tank this because it's too. But even this card doesn't seem to lessen it anymore. Like, I've tried this card, it doesn't seem to do anything. So like, the explosive damage itself doesn't. But here's the thing: you're not really using explosive damage when you use like a floater nasher or a flamer. You're not using explosive. You're using DOT. It is an explosive, but it's not. The damage itself is not explosive. So honestly, I would think the explosives in this terminology would mean like, you know, actual grenades or fragmentation grenades. Maybe even pulses. Pulses technically could, but those don't hit. They can hit really hard, but you gotta really push a build to do it. So I wouldn't say when it comes to PvP it's really that useful. Even if you fight somebody who's using something cheesy like grenades, it's not that useful. It's just really not. Homebody, completely redundant card. Like, I'm gonna be honest, this is pointless. I don't even know why people in PvE would ever use this. This thing sucks. I don't get it. I mean, I guess well-vested benefits, I guess. But that's I mean, maybe XP. I guess for XP, maybe. I guess I've never actually used this card. But as far as PvP, it's completely useless. All right, this card is something I would like to. All right. I don't use this card at all. And here's the reason why. I don't use this or Barbarian. The only thing this does, it reduces, like, so I'll give you an example. I wear Thorn and I wear Brotherhood. I wear Thorn more often than not, actually. Thorn is still my favorite armor. Your DR directly reflects how hard that other person has to push to get their 110s. So, like, if you wear Ironclad on a Brotherhood recon, you're going to be pushing probably around 900 DR. At least 850 minimum. I would say 850 or 825, like in that area. Now, with this card, all you're doing is you're reducing the amount of 110s they can do with certain weapons. So, like Elder's Mark, even if you have Ironclad and a Barbarian on, they're still going to hit you for 110s. I don't give a damn what armor you're wearing, you're going to get hit by 110s. If they're wearing PA, you get hit for 110s. So, like, this card is not that useful. It's just not. Like, it can, like, if you're in Secret Service and you're fighting somebody, maybe it pushes their 110s down to, like, 80 or 90 at the very start. But it won't matter in the end. They're still going to do 110s no matter what. It just, you're giving yourself, like, a millisecond break, and you're giving up 3 to 4 points. Not really worth it. Munchies, who cares? Even if you're human, who gives a shit? Like, food and buffs and all that stuff is literally just part of the game when it comes to PvP. Like, this is a completely pointless card. You're wasting your time. Nocturnal. This is actually a really good card. I actually like this card. I use this card a lot. I still use it today. Now, 40 health is not a massive amount of health, obviously. It's not. But it is 40 health. So if you're mixing this with vodka and Psycho Buff, that's a big chunk of health you get jumped up. I mean, that's a lot. So you're pushing, you know, right at 180-ish. So that's good for extra health. So that 40 extra health could be, you know, you living or dying. So, like, if it is night between 6 p.m. and 6 a.m., yes. And if you don't know, this is how you check. See that? You can go to data, you can go to radio. Either one will tell you what time it is. So right now, that card would work for me. And just to show you, so I'm at 807 health. So if I come over here, put on Nocturnal, 847 health. It's that simple. That's all there is to it. So just, you know, FYI, it actually is a good card and it's actually useful. Photosynthesis, no. Health regen is not that important in PvP. It doesn't regen fast enough to matter. So you can wear Solar with Sawbones and this, and it still wouldn't be that great. You still can get one tap by anybody with a decent weapon, Elder's Mark, laser rifle, LMG, cryolator. It's going to one tap you. This will not save you, even in conjunction with other regions. It's just not going to save you. However, Charisma can, but that is different. Because Charisma is way different, and that'll be over in the next video, obviously. But that Charisma, to me, is bumping your damage a slight bit. Very slight. It's also about team help. It's like team building. It's you can help your teammates passively without even being near them. You can be on the other side of the damn planet of them. You can be in the Cranberry Bog, or they can be in Burning Springs, and they have cards that will benefit them even if that far away. Won't matter. Who cares? It don't matter. You have glow on gut. You have toxic goo. You should have at least toxic water. This is redundant ass card. Radiation power. This is good, but I do want to highlight something. This works really well with single shot or like heavy damage weapons, like the immediate, like instant damage. However, when it comes to practice, when you're fighting over periods of time, so V63, LMG, Elder's Mark, etc., handmade, you don't really want to use this card. And I know you're probably like, why would I get bonus? This is why. You expend a small amount of glow. If you're using a high rate of fire weapon, that small amount comes a big amount really quick. Now, if you're having trouble hit your 110s, I can understand why you would use this card. I get it. However, if you're hitting your 110s, do not use this card. And here's why. In the middle of a fight, if you're shooting somebody, let's say me and you are fighting, and I'm over there, okay, you got a good beam on me. I'm healing, right? And then I heal through it, and I jump up, you lose track. Well, now it's your turn to heal. Well, guess what? You have no glow. So if I start shooting you before you get a good chance to start healing, you're dead. That goes for anyone. Anybody who's got good accuracy against somebody, you really don't want to use this card because you're giving up health to do the same amount of damage possibly without it. So if you're hitting 110s with your LMG, or your Elder's Mark, obviously, you don't want to use this card because you're just giving up health for no reason. So don't use this card unless you really need to get it to get your damage up. So single shot weapons, obviously, if you can push past the 110, any DOT types, yes. I mean, I would say use this because you're going to be doing it slowly. You're not when you expel that glow, it's going to be a small amount. To be fair, it is because you're not doing it quickly. The high rate of fire, I would not use this because it's useless. These are good for. There's only one build I honestly recommend this for, and that is a melee build. And it's kind of niche, but it is good. But I would not prioritize this at all, at all. Honestly, yeah. But if you can put in your build and you don't necessarily need radiation power or something like that, I would, because even though this gives you 20% for a small amount expelled, so for even melee, you're expelling glow for 20% bonus. This one's giving you 15% for no. You don't spend any glow. That's just reality. If you're at melee, that's 15% damage right there. 3 strength during the day, so 6 a.m., 6 p.m. That's 15% damage for strength for a melee. So you're losing 5%, but you're not expelling glow. So that could be really, really positive in that form. I literally don't use this card because I'm a ghoul, and I think I have pretty much every mutation. I don't ever use this. It is beneficial if you're going to try to not use any kind of material and stuff like that. You obviously don't want to use your flux. Yeah, this can be very positive, but in general, I personally don't use it because I know what mutations I have, and I know which ones to suppress. So I don't stress this card at all, and I don't worry about getting more. I'm not taking a red away as a ghoul, and nor should you. However, as a human, yeah, 100%, you should always have this card on as a human. Never take this card off if you're human. There's literally no point. This is one of the best cards, in my personal opinion, in Endurance when it comes to negative damage. You take 10% less damage from ballistics. So ballistics. So technically, that is ballistic and energy. It does seem to work for both. However, the main point is you're reducing their 110s. They have to push harder. Now, when it comes to Elder's Marks, like again, Elder's Marks, for example, get 110s. Handmaids get 110s. If you got a decent build, you're going to hit 110s no matter what the hell the other person does, no matter what they're wearing. It does not matter. You're going to reduce their damage to less than 110. And you're not going to. They're going to hit 110s no matter what you do. So this could be good to a degree, but it is situational. To be fair, it is situational. But if you're fighting somebody who's like high rate of fires, it's hard to get 110s, or you can get 110s. It's got low effort. This can help you survive a little bit longer. So to be fair, if you're fighting somebody with LMG and they can't hit their 110s as easy, yeah, this could be beneficial, massively beneficial. You can push their 110s to 80s 90s, 70s possibly. I don't know. It's according to what their setup is, and it's according to what your armor is. But it is a very nice card, and I use it a lot. That's about it, honestly, for endurance. Honestly, endurance is very straightforward. It's about health, it's about recovery, and it's about, that's it. That's literally legit. It's about health and recovery and a little bit of defense that you can get from it. But you can get a little bit of defense from it, but like, it's mainly about recovery and overall health. That's the most important things about endurance. You want that stuff high as possible. I don't care what build you're on. You really do want 15 endurance. You really do. Because that extra 20 to 30 to 50 health can make a massive difference in a fight. And you won't realize it, or you won't realize it until after it's over, but it can make a massive difference. Thank you for watching again. I hope y'all enjoyed, and obviously Charisma's back and for the next video. And yeah, man, I hope I can help y'all out, man. See y'all on the next one.